Hey guys, Angry Joe and Tons of Fun here, and it is a super late hour, day 3, but we wanted to give you our final impressions of the best games of E3 2016. I like the announcer voices here. This big Sunday.
8 p.m. on Friday.
So, instead of reviewing the conferences, which I may still do when I get back individually and give them grades, we're gonna tell you all the best games, and we're gonna try to make this super fast because I know you got to get to your Airbnb, which by the way is great. If Airbnb is actually, well, he's been telling me all about it.
Yeah.
I got this stupid hotel room 40 minutes away. Anyways, here we go. Let's start with dishonorable mentions. I probably should not do this, but you know me, man. I'm Angry Joe. I'm brutally honest. And maybe I shouldn't call them dishonorable mentions. Let's just call them disappointing mentions. Maybe we just haven't seen enough of these. So those are going to be, real quickly, they're going to be Ghostbusters. And not because they're not even using the female Ghostbusters, even though they're in the logo and you can clearly tell they're the backpacks. They're using all new characters. So they want the license, but they don't want the license. It's kind of weird.
True.
But dude, there's a character that looks exactly
There
like
is a plus.
You can play.
I'm in the game.
You can play
Tons of Fun
in that game.
And I have a proton minigun.
But it's like Sanctum of Slime, basically. It's the twin stick shooter. Though they did get the rays a little bit better, where you're wrangling the ghosts and you're slamming
the
them
actual
on the
proton
ground.
packs are pretty decent.
That's cool. So it actually has the chance to redeem itself. We'll see. But these characters are so generic in it. It's basically what is it? The white guy, the big guy, the black girl,
the black lady, and the Asian girl,
and the Asian. I don't know, but
something
it has
that.
no damn.
No dimensions.
No dimensions. There. The characters.
In fairness, they are targeting 10 and under. The dev said.
Okay.
The PR guy said so.
In that case, yeah, it's
probably good for 10 and under, but don't worry about it.
But it's weird because it uses the movie's monsters, but not the movie's characters, and they come up with the most generic characters you've ever seen. So that was disappointing. Number 2 on the disappointing list, Days Gone. Great, you ended the Sony conference with another fucking zombie game. You know, No, I don't want to play another fucking zombie game, Tons.
Hey, sure, you don't want to play a zombie game?
Yeah, I knew you were going to fucking ask me that
I got
question.
a new zombie game. You want to play it?
No, but there's nothing interesting or new. It doesn't seem like it offers anything interesting. What it tries to do is it looks open world. It basically looks like Last of Us and Uncharted 4 just with zombies. But it's like, wait a minute, what the fuck
What's new?
ever? You know,
what do you offer? Nothing.
The zombies come in waves. Okay.
So it's tower defense?
What is World War Z?
No.
I hated World War Z. I don't want another zombie game. I think the Sony conference ended on a poor note when it showed that. I actually did the theater presentation, which was the same thing, only extended, and I walked out and I was like, no, it's a complete waste of time. But that game is maybe there. He said there's a lot more to show and a lot more that you can do in the game. So I'm not going to completely shut up the door on that, but I'm going to be like, you didn't impress me, bro.
They need to show a lot more.
You think you're impressing people right now. You are not impressing people. Finally, this one's going to hurt me to say. It's going to break my heart.
Oh boy.
DBZ Xenoverse 2.
Yeah.
Actually, on their slides that they were showing in the theater room, it was like we're gonna make the game richer and better.
Richer and better.
It was very generic, and a lot of times people accuse the Dragon Ball Z license of just doing the same thing over and over, and it kind of feels that way right now. Now, of course, in the hub cities, you can fly now. Yeah, you can fly. You could jump over benches. Not even jump. No, you fly over the bench. I don't think there is even a jump button yet. But it's just, I don't know. But there's going to be a new storyline. There's going to be new moves. There's going to be this. So we'll see. And I hate to say that. And the servers better work at release. After everybody left, and nobody had any questions. After everybody left, I was respectful. After everybody left, I went up to him and I was like, are the servers going to work at release? Because he asked for questions, but I didn't want to say that in front of everybody. And he's like, I know, Joe, I know. Yes, they're going to work at release, blah, blah. So that's dishonorable mentions. Let's jump right into the top.
Skipping my dishonorable mention, I see.
Because I don't want to hear it, because I already know what it is. We filmed this once before. And how dare you say this? Go ahead, say it.
I'm going to say it because Joe don't like it. And it's true.
You're so fucking wrong.
And it's that I was disappointed by what they showed for Titanfall 2. Super disappointed.
Bullshit.
Super disappointed.
You're so fucking
I feel like they could have just gone. They could have taken the unique parts of it and pushed it further than what they did.
Titanfall was fucking great. He didn't like Titanfall.
Didn't like Titanfall 1.
I love fucking Titanfall. Mech combat. How can you not like mech
I
combat?
love mech combat.
You love mech combat.
I love mech combat.
Stay in your fucking mech and quit being a bitch.
Yeah.
That's what I
That's
say.
the problem. That's the problem, is they needed to stay in their mech and quit being a bitch.
No. There was multi-dimensional. I've always wanted to get out of my mech and be a badass too, in case your mechs get destroyed, and that's what that game is. He was complaining about the trailers. Oh, it's too much action, or it's action-packed. I'm like, here's where you're wrong, man, because that footage is multiplayer. He's like, it's like Call of Duty. I'm like, it's nothing like Call of Duty with mechs. And he says, Call of Duty with mechs. I was like, if that was...
It's
yes,
an arena
that's like
shooter
Call
with
of
mechs.
Duty. It's like the single player in Call of Duty, but Call of Duty's multiplayer is boring. It's the same old chicken running around with his head cut off, Rambo. Nobody works together. But in Titanfall, what they were showing was multiplayer.
It's just too stiff, man. There's so many great
You're
multiplayer
so
shooter
fucking wrong.
franchises now.
Titanfall 2 is
that
so
just can't
fucking
compete.
awesome and exciting. I can't wait for it. They're bringing what we wanted,
Well,
the single player
those of you who agree
storyline,
with me,
the deeper gameplay.
make sure you let it
Shut the
known down here
I hate you.
somewhere,
I hate you.
because we're right and they're
Number
wrong.
10, go.
Number 10. All right. So, this guys, we're starting at the bottom, working our way up. So, number 10 for me is an anime franchise, Attack on Titan. I love the anime. Some of you guys bugged me about watching it for like 3 months, and finally I was like, all right, they talk about it so much, it must have like 3 seasons. I can just delve into this and just
It's
enjoy it
just
for
one
a while.
season.
No, it's
I'm
one
getting
season.
pissed. Where the fuck is my
Where's-
second season?
where's
I'm actually
season
getting
2?
mad at Attack on Titan. Anyway.
But there's been some crappy Attack on Titan games, but I feel like this one, I unfortunately, Joe got to play it, I did not, but I watched some gameplay of these guys playing it, and it looked great, and it looked like they really had the mechanics of the anime down.
Yeah, the dashing in the air things, and basically like Spider-Man 2. Like some of you saying, yes, it's like Spider-Man 2. It's not
Yeah, of
open
course.
world. That was a little disappointing, and actually it sticks very closely to the anime.
Very
It's like,
close.
what the fuck? The fans of the anime are going to buy this. They want some new original stories. They said, oh, wait, Joe, there is new and original stories, little side ones, but it's not substantial. But they did say, and I think they revealed a little too much information to me because I
Probably.
kept harping on it. They said there is an ending, a surprise ending, and I think it goes a little beyond the anime. And this is by the original,
Which I think would be great,
creators.
actually.
So yeah, so
because
I'm
they do
really
have the
looking
original
forward.
guy in.
Right, and you can play as a Titan, yes, and yeah. So, anyways, it's pretty cool. The graphics a little disappointing. The draw distance though is better than it was in the trailer. So we'll have to keep an eye on Attack on Titan. So that's your 10.
That's
okay.
number 10.
My 10 is probably better than your 10. It was actually in the same area than your 10, and the reason why I'm more excited about it is because everybody loves Dark Souls. Everybody's like, JoJo play Dark Souls. I don't like Dark Souls. I hate the slow movement. I think that's I understand why some people are like, no, I like the slow movement. That's a part of the game. I get it, but I just feel like it's broken, or not broken, but just I don't enjoy it. And then plus the story doesn't reel me in. This game is called Nioh. No, it's called Nioh, and it's Nioh. And basically it's Dark Souls in Japanese lore. So we're getting all these, like the Surge is Dark Souls in sci-fi, Nioh is Japanese samurais, ninjas, onis, that culture's
Yeah, the world and lore looks
creatures.
amazing.
It looks fucking awesome, guys, and he moves fast. He fights like a samurai. He fights like a ninja. He's got those different moves, and you can customize with all these different badass fucking armor pieces and different armor, and that samurai Japanese thing appeals to me a little bit more than this Dark Souls that's so way out there. So if you want Angry Joe to actually review a Dark Souls game or Dark Souls type of game, then I promise you, I probably shouldn't promise you, but I will promise you, I will, because we'll have my shit together by then. I will review Nioh. Okay, so that's my 10. 9.
All right, number 9.
We're trying to wrap this up.
Yeah, we're trying to go quickly because we recorded this. This will be the 3rd time now. We recorded twice yesterday.
Yeah, our mic's fucking.
So number 9 for me is not a particular game, but is a system. As someone who owns an Oculus Rift, I am really into VR, and PSVR is my number 9.
Mm-hmm.
I think as a system, PSVR is going to make me buy a console for the first time in like 17 years.
Yes.
I haven't owned a console since PlayStation
man.
1.
Wow.
So now I'm waiting.
You
I'm
get
gonna
a PS4.
I'm gonna get a PS4 Neo.
Not an Xbox One?
Not an Xbox One.
Oh,
no Xbox. And there's a
you
reason
hurt
why,
my
and we'll talk
feelings.
about that later,
Okay,
right?
yeah.
It's in here. But I'm going to pick up a Neo when it comes out, and I'm going to get a PSVR. I'm going to enjoy it because there's so many great titles. There was like 20 PSVR games
I agree with
at
you.
E3.
I think
it was
it's
great.
The,
to be a great
it's
platform.
the cheapest option. It is the most
If you own a
comfortable on your
console.
head. If you own a console, that's right. That is
It's going to cost me $800.
That's a caveat. You know what? I'm not going to comment on yours. We're just going to wrap it. We're going to go on. So that was your number 9. My number 9 is For Honor.
For Honor.
Oh my God, this game is freaking awesome. And I was fully expecting moving to just have a multiplayer component.
Right.
And guys, they had the single player component there, and it's not tacked on. I don't know the length, so I don't want to say that completely yet. But the campaign it's so well done. The voice acting, the cutscenes, the world. These two knights are attacking each other. Two knights' armies. It's a siege, and the generals face off against each other. It's just that moment in Troy where it's like Hector, and they come out and they fight, and you take control, and it's a tutorial, and it's great. And we weren't allowed to record it, which was weird because they allowed us to record a previous level or a further down level. So you defeat him, but instead of the enemy general or king comes through, and the other king is talking, and they got this respect for each other, but obviously they're at war, and he's like, oh, I can't have this. Your mercenary just killed one of my lords, and I can't have this. Come here and kneel before me. And I'm like, what the fuck? I'm not gonna kneel before you. But everybody in the world was like all for it, and he was walking and he kneels, and then he knights him, and I'm like, oh my god, the enemy
defeated his knight
because he could not handle a mercenary. It's not right, so it's not proper. And so this world is so steeped in that kind of fucking lore. And then when the Vikings attack the samurais, there's even more of that shit, and there's all these little mini stories. And it's like Dynasty Warriors. You feel so badass when you're cutting up all the little ones, and then you do the chivalry. So yeah, that's For Honor. Amazing. What is your number 7?
Number 7 for me is a game being developed outside our hometown, Austin, from Arcane Studios, Dishonored 2.
Man, I never finished the first.
You need to play Dishonored 1.
I feel so bad not supporting an Austin-based company.
And it's a little silly for me to put this on my list because as some of you guys know, I am not a stealth player.
No,
I literally play it like a run and stab game. I love the powers, and I use the powers when I can, and I try to be a little stealthy, but normally I mess it up, and I just got to kill everybody.
Yeah.
But it looks great, and I love the fact that it's a continuation of the story, and you could play as both Corvo and as the princess you save in the first one. And she has her own whole set of unique powers.
Yeah.
Like the one they showed off that was a big showcase was the chaining, where you kind of select multiple enemies, and whatever befalls one enemy will transfer and get the other guys. So they chained 3 guys. He walked around the corner, got hit by an electricity trap, shocked him, and the shockwave went down the line and took out the other 2 guys too. It was really cool looking. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So I think it's gonna be a great continuation. It looks great. The story's awesome.
Yeah, if I can get my hands on that collector's edition, I could throw that mask in the review.
If it's full,
if it's full face, I don't know. I didn't do the measurements on it, but yeah, Dishonored 2. Mine is number 7 is Resident Evil 7 at number 7, and this is actually the VR version of Resident Evil. I thought it was fucking fantastic because it turns out, how cool was it that it turns out that a year ago I was actually playing Resident Evil 7 without knowing it. That kitchen demo was apparently Resident Evil 7. This new demo I played in was in the same location. It wasn't as scary though. It wasn't as scary, so I was a little disappointed with that. It had more jump scares. Little disappointed with that, but it was so seeped in just atmosphere, and it was so great. This creepy ass fucking house, and I found a tape, and I put the tape in the fucking VCR, and then I was watching the tape on the TV, but then it went into the, like, I'm in the scene, and now I'm the cameraman going in Blair Witch Project. It literally is Blair Witch Project. One of the guys gets lost in the house, and we're all screaming out his name, and this shit gets creepy. So that part was legitimately creepy, but there was way more tension in Kitchen, because that bitch gets in your face, and she does not leave your fucking face. And I did that. I've always told you about this. I did that with motion, and she reacted to me too. And I asked that lady at the time, "Is like, is that in the game?" And she's like, "I'm not answering that question." So either it's in there, or it's not. If it's in there, you're gonna get a nice rating. If it's not, I'll be like, ah. But I find this very interesting. This is one of the first VR games that it's not like this little experience. This is a full fucking game. If you don't want to play it in VR, you can just play it in the normal one. But that comes with the caveat. So that is great for VR. However, for Resident Evil fans, this thing is a first-person shooter. I don't
third-person
know.
diehards.
Yeah, this got to be third person. So I was a little surprised, but I just assumed it would also be third person. This was a separate game. No, they're the same game.
But it has a good effect.
Yeah, it's Resident Evil's going back to horror and tension instead of the action, and they said there will be action in it. I did get that out of them. But yeah, so
it's good because it's one game.
And it scared me.
Both 2D and VR is a single game. It's the same game, and you can actually switch back and forth on the same save.
Yeah.
You want to play in VR for a little while. If you don't feel like playing in VR, you can play the same save in non-VR. So that's pretty awesome. I think that's pretty unique. I don't know many other games that do that.
That was cool. Cool. So what is your number 6?
Actually, so we skipped number 8.
Oh, we did.
We skipped right over number 8. Now we've been moving so fast. But I think it's important to mention because to me it's a bit of a surprise because I'm wary of this company, and the company is Nexon. But the developer is Boss Key, and it's Lawbreakers. So I watched. They recently had an alpha where they had some streamers play it, and I was like, it looks all right, but it kind of looks like no. Well, I thoroughly enjoyed this game. Now, granted, they say they have 8 characters. They really have 4 because they're symmetrical across. But that's nice because there's no competitive advantage for just selecting a character, right? There's already balance pre-built in. But we played a match, best 2 out of 3. We lost the first one. We had to get spooled up on. We hadn't played it, right?
Yeah.
And then we won the second one, and the third one we
it was
stomped
close.
them.
Yeah, it was real close that second one, and then we dominated the third
wrecked
one.
them.
So
And
that
it was
got
great.
the adrenaline juices flowing. That's a good thing from the game. But it's not 8 characters, you know.
Not 8 characters, 4.
It's 4 characters, and so there needs to be a lot more content there, or I need to see the payment model on that thing before.
Yeah, that's the big thing. We don't know what their payment model is, their monetization. So, and Nexon's is infamous for the pay to win. The microtrans.
I don't know a lot about Nexon.
It's mostly Dirty Bomb. Dirty Bomb left a really bad taste in people's mouth.
Oh no! Well, we'll see if Cliffy B can.
We'll see if it gets better. Hopefully, Bosky guys seemed awesome.
Well, I did. So I'm on. That was your number 8.
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm on number 7.
Oh,
because I did Neo, For Honor, Resident Evil. Now it's Titanfall 2. Number 7, Titanfall 2, that you gave a dishonorable mention to. How can you after that trailer? This guy's wrong. Let's not go back over that. I'm excited. It's adding the single-player campaign. It's adding deeper combat. It's adding more mechs. It looks fucking amazing. I cannot wait for it. And I think this is what the original Titanfall, where people you added all those spices that were missing from the first one. It's gonna be great. Anyways, what is yours?
My number 6 is For Honor. We're gonna repeat because for me, I played the alpha they had out a little while ago, the multiplayer alpha, and I did not enjoy that a whole lot. It felt a little weak, a little loose. Now hang on,
I enjoyed.
Hang on, I love chivalry. I love melee combat. But chivalry for me always suffered from lag and stuff, right? And the 3-sector system was better, but it didn't feel really tight in the multiplayer alpha. But we got to play the single player, and I'm hoping this translates to multiplayer. The 3-sector thing and a shield break, it was awesome. It was really great. We got to play the Knights and the Vikings, and the Viking was awesome, and he was all decked out, and he had like this gnarled
and was the combat improved? Did you feel
the combat was way better? I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yeah, if this game keeps adding, and like every time I see this
keeps
game,
getting more and more refined.
It's more refined, and more is added to it. For Honor is on the right track.
Yeah, it was great.
Number 6 for me is going to be Battlefield 1. I got the 2 military games right next to each other. Put Battlefield 1 slightly above Titanfall 2 because this looks to be Battlefield going back to what I want. It looks. I saw that Zeppelin coming in, pop, 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 and then later the Zeppelin falls. Boom! It looks like, now can't confirm this, but it looks like it takes out all those buildings, and I'm like, oh shit, are we getting Bad Company building destruction back? And the weapon, and I was, y'all motherfucker, you and Dell were both talking shit about this game. You didn't think it would work
because they only showed us cinematics.
Were fucking wrong.
No, we weren't wrong.
Yes,
we were cautious
because
they didn't show us gameplay. And as soon as they showed us gameplay, what did I say? This game is awesome.
Yes, game is. Fucking
I
awesome.
didn't have an opinion.
Is there the squad stuff is there. The weapons are amazing, and they work a little better than I thought, and sniping's gonna be hard as fuck. Good, because I fucking hate snipers.
The weather system looks amazing.
Tanks, the multi-person vehicles is gonna be so fucking good. Anyways, number 5.
Number 5. All right, we're moving along. Battlezone VR. So this is by Rebellion, the same guys that have Sniper Elite, and it just, oh man,
you're putting that above For Honor.
Oh yeah, dude.
I love that game.
I love VR. It's a PSVR game. It's so good. It's a really old title. Battlezone was on the Atari way back, and they bought the IP because they felt like they could do it justice. And the graphics are kind of like a Tron, which is perfect for VR. But the inside is this massively detailed cockpit.
Yeah,
more detailed than Eve Valkyrie or Elite.
They did it better than Eve Valkyrie.
Wow, it was crazy. And the movement, there's no like 45-degree turn or whatever, this safety turn or whatever. No,
they give you the full experience. I don't give a shit if you get fucking sick or whatever. And that's something I didn't say for the Resident Evil. A lot of people are complaining about getting sick. I got a little bit of motion sickness, and I never get motion sickness, but that was the last interview of the day, and I hadn't eaten at all. So that's what I put it on. So I'm going to need to play it again before I could tell you. But Battlezone VR gave me 0 motion sickness, and it was intense. Shit was going all over the place. And basically, your skill determines whether you win or not. And I think it's going to be a great multiplayer game. He didn't say whether there was multiplayer.
He didn't say there was multiplayer, but there's got to be.
It's Battlezone. So, yes. So that is your number 5. My number 5 is going to be Dawn of War
Dawn of
3.
War.
Relic is back, baby, and the animations look so fucking sick. We've got the 3 main franchises. We've got the best of Dawn of War 1 combined with the best of Dawn of War 2, combined with an interesting campaign, a full storyline. Now I'm a little disappointed that not every faction gets their own story. I really wanted that. They're gonna have one storyline for all of them that combines and crosses over. But I just
for all
from
of them?
what I've seen, yeah.
For 3 of them?
For 3 of them, yeah. From what, yeah, I want Tau, I want fucking Necrons, I want Tyranids, I want Chaos, I want it all now. But it's because what I've seen is solid, and I'm like, we're back. And I can't wait for the potential for this game, and I want all those expansions, deep expansions, and substantial expansions. And what we're gonna get here looks substantial. It looks incredible. You know, there's like little bits and pieces of Eldar just litter the battlefield after killing them, and basically the best compliment I can give it is it's like a third-person action game. The detail in a third-person action game, like that one character is your character, but for a whole army. That's how good the animations are. Dawn of War 3,
very good.
I cannot wait. Number 4.
Number 4. So number 4 was the best news of the first day of E3 for me, and that is Sea of Thieves. This is a pirate game, and it was on the Xbox One, and I was like, oh, God. Oh, no. But it's going to be on Windows 10.
Oh, because you were like, and yeah, he was.
I don't own an Xbox.
Uber. He was like, oh, I can't believe it.
Am I going to buy an Xbox?
Oh,
God.
I can't afford. I'm not. Not you couldn't afford it, but you're like, I don't want to buy.
I don't want to buy an Xbox for,
like
one game.
But then we looked it up, and we were going on our phone to see who could look it up first.
Is it Google?
Windows
Tell me.
10.
Windows
and it made us realize,
10.
damn, like if all of these new games are like Xbox One and Windows 10 exclusive, it's like, well, why would you buy an Xbox One if you buy a gaming PC and then you get a PS4 for their exclusives? That gaming PC with Windows 10 is going to get you all your Xbox
stuff.
And it doesn't make any sense because now Xbox has like 3 consoles coming. You got the Xbox One, you got the Xbox S, you got the Project Scorpio.
And then none of those matter because
I don't know who's in charge of the Xbox. It's crazy, but
all right,
don't
anyway.
let that detract from
Sea of Thieves. Sea of Thieves, amazing. And on top, you guys know it's pirates. Everything about Black Wake and Black Flag and all those good games, but you can actually go on islands and find booty and get booty and hide booty.
It's that exploration with
great.
that, and it's both elements.
And it's multiplayer,
and it's social
in some capacity because they at the showcase they had either side 2 ships were fighting each other.
Yeah.
So for sure multiplayer.
And one guy jumped on our ship, and there were no guns in it yet because it's still very early.
Very
and
early.
He grabbed our anchor, lowered our anchor, and then just wouldn't get off the thing, and we were all trying to beat him up. It was great. And you could repair your ship with the board. Well, we'll get to some more of that later. But I think that you know, so that's great. Yeah. Mine is number 4, South Park. Fractured Butthole. We're getting more of what was so good in the first game, and this looks like straight. You're talking about Attack on Titan, and earlier in the previous video made the point that it looks exactly like the anime. No, it doesn't. South Park looks exactly like South Park. The South Park.
In fairness, it's not that hard.
It's basically going to be South Park Civil War. You create your own superhero. It's got the 100 punches. He better say when he does this. I can't wait because those guys know how to write, and they're funny jokes, and I can't wait for that RPG. Well, what about your number 3?
Number 3, Battlefield 1. Man, I got to bring it back a little bit higher for me.
Good.
Because you're right. Didn't have opinion. I just saw cinematics. I was like, Hodor. And then I saw the gameplay, and I was like, oh, yes. They took everything that was good about Battlefield 4, now that they fixed it, and everything that was good about Bad Company 2, and made it World War 1, and put it all together, mix it up. So as long as they give us private server, or give us dedicated servers, have a good clan system.
I will buy the Angry Army dedicated service. We can go hard in this game. We tried to do that in Battlefield 4. I stopped playing it because I fucking hated it. It was broken. Now, it's not broken now. Obviously, it's a good game now.
Great now.
But I hope that they're going to get it right for the first time, and if they don't, you're going to get a very angry review for it, but it looks good.
It just looks, it looks so good.
So my third is going to be Star Trek VR Fuck yeah, we are nerding. We were nerding out over this game the whole convention. This is one of the few surprises of E3 that came out of nowhere. Though I think there was a leak on Reddit or something.
Yeah, there was like 2 days before.
Yeah, but it was still freaking awesome because I didn't know about that leak. And this is a game that's a dream game, and I love Star Trek.
God.
And it was there are board games like this, and they're super entertaining. Artemis is like this.
Artemis and
but
Pulsar.
it's so hard to get set up, and this is a lot easier.
Together, yeah.
Now it's a little less complex, but that could be a good thing because then they could focus more on story and focus more on decisions and focus more on all this other shit. And so I had this initially on my list in previous recordings a lot lower. But we on the third day we got to play it, and it went way up. And I am happy to report that it is. I was worried it was just going to be a VR experience, a little fucking demo with barely any gameplay, like an hour long. And Tons had it really high on his list, and he was saying that it's just going to be it's going to be great. And I was like, I don't know about that. But now mine went up because I am convinced that we had so much fun in this environment where we had people who didn't know what he was doing at the helm, but it was still fun just yelling at each other. We were one of those groups that took it serious.
Oh yeah,
and
you can't take much more, Captain.
I cannot wait to stream this game. It's going to be so fun.
Joe was messing it up.
And there's because I was getting shot. Lower the shields.
He kept raising the shields and lowering the shields, raising the shields, lowering the shields.
Right, because everybody's screaming.
Listen, the
at
captain
me.
was telling him to lower the shields.
Lower the shields.
You do what the captain says.
I had 2 Klingon warbirds right in front of me shooting me, and I was looking at a hole exploding, and I was like, "Fuck you guys."
It's okay.
We have to protect our lives because they wanted to take this transport pods, and we needed to beam them over onto our ship. So I had to lower the shields to do that real quick before. I was like, "Fuck no." Anyways.
All right. So what are we on, 2?
Yeah, 2.
Number 2, guys. Civilization 6.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I love Civ. I've been playing Civ since the very first one, and I have probably like 1,000 hours in Civ 4. Played Fall from Heaven, a very fantastic fantasy mod for Civ 4. Civ 5 had some okay changes. I got used to the new grid system and the 1 unit per tile, but they took away a bunch of features and piecemealed it back to us. I still play Civ 5. I enjoyed it, but guys, Civ 6 has all the features, and they tweak it and they make it better. And there's so much new cool stuff.
It's
like,
so good.
Man, there's inspiration and all this stuff.
Yes.
And Joe tweeted out, he got an exclusive tweet out for a feature that got confirmed today.
Yeah, well, I think a few people are tweeting at me that it might have already been in the game.
Oh, really?
And way back in 4, and
really?
I think maybe in 5.
I don't recall ever doing that.
About naming your units because I want to play with you guys and stream and name the different army units and battalions, but I think you can do that already. But so I looked like an idiot. But there were so many new features in it, and it was just everything is refined. You know how they decentralized the army units and took them from stacks to spread out army. They're doing that for the cities, and now your cities look like Sim City.
Districts.
It's like you're building. Well, no, not exactly that far, but it's very fun. You're building districts and you're building buildings within those, and okay, great.
And the graphics are
good.
Know what? So
I
good.
done fucked up because I should have redone the thing because I need Civ 6 on here. So
you didn't do Civ 6 now?
Mine
I got it for you.
I'm doing it. Number 2, Civ 6.
You just replace them.
I can't. I'm doing a tie. I'm cheating because
this
is my show. I can cheat. I'm gonna do Civ 6 at number 2, tied with Sea of Thieves, and we already talked about Sea of Thieves. You could get drunk in it. You could play according. There's a different song every time, so it's like I cannot wait to name my ship, to have you on my ship. You're required to be on my ship, and it's gonna be awesome. It's Sea of Thieves. Thank you, Rare. Rare is fucking back. We've been waiting for them to come back with a game for the hardcore gamers. Thank you, Rare. This is a gem on the Xbox One, and it's also
Windows
on
10.
Windows 10. Shit.
Sorry.
I'm gonna play it on the PC because it's just easier for me to record and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
It is time for number 1.
Number 1, and I gotta bring it back. Star Trek VR. So good.
Number 1.
Number 1. It was so good.
Hype is so
and now,
good,
but listen, but we also had the interview today.
Substantial. Yes,
that's true. We had the interview today. We heard some of the plans from the creative director. But more importantly, it uses the Oculus Touch. It'll be supposedly, he said in the interview, it'll be compatible with other things.
Exclusive here. I can look into people's eyes and I can tell their answers. So it's not exclusive. It's my intuition and whether Angry Joe has enough experience over the 7 years in interviews. You guys, you want TNG? You want different bridges? You gonna get it. if you're all like, oh, J.J. Abrams, I like the J.J. Abrams stuff, but even I want to see TNG. I want to see different bridges. I want to see that. We're gonna get it. Yeah. In my opinion, we're gonna get it.
Oh, and it was so good, guys. Each station had so much to do. There's 4 positions, but each position is doing more. If you guys have played Artemis, you've played Pulsar, you're doing more. Each station's doing more than what they traditionally would do in other games.
Watch my interview for another juicy tidbit about interacting with alien races, on the big screen and whether, decisions.
It's so good.
So, my number 1 for the show is going to be Final Fantasy 15 because I cannot wait to join the Final Fantasy faithful, and with my own game here, this is the one that appeals to me. Action-based combat and the world. It's like this sort of mob, but yet not a mob, and the character design. Now there are kind of look a little like your sister's favorite emo band, but their weapons look cool. Yeah. The gameplay goes so smoothly, even when you're fighting huge, massive titans. Now some of it is QTEs, but also it goes back to action, and you're just open world. You got that car, you got Chocobo, you got everything in this fucking game, and then they're adding PSVR, or they're adding PSVR. I don't know if it's a separate game.
It appears to be a separate thing because it's called Final Fantasy 15 VR Experience.
Oh, right.
So it does seem like it's probably a demo.
But even fuck that, okay?
Who cares?
I was already excited for this thing. We're getting the cinematics. It's going to be this interactive experience, and I cannot wait to play Final Fantasy 15 in September. It's going to be fucking awesome. So those were our top 10 games.
Very strong conference.
Yes, and there were tons and tons of other games that
we could have
talked about and we couldn't get to. Let's do some real quick ones. Mass Effect Andromeda. I haven't seen much on it, so we didn't put it on here. Ghost Recon Wildlands. That's going to be better than Division. It's really cool. You've got State of Decay 2. No, that's another zombie game. A bunch of others.
Bunch of other stuff.
I want to see, and I know I'm forgetting something. So put your own top 10 list in the comments, because I'm gonna read that shit, and you're gonna tell me which games we missed or which games weren't high enough, etc., etc. Yeah. We'll see you guys on the next Angry Joe show. Stay tuned for all my E3 content. Now I gotta be honest with you, our mics were fucked up on this, and lighting wasn't the greatest. But I bought all new equipment on Amazon. You saw that
right before the video.
So I'm never gonna have this problem again. But it's getting super late, and you gotta take off.
I gotta take off.
Thanks so much for doing this with me.
Yeah, it's been a great conference.
It's been awesome. So we'll see you on the next Angry Joe show. Bye, guys.
Later.